Hey everybody, and welcome to another video. My name is Adam, and this time around we're playing a little bit of Limited here. We're going to hop into a best of 3 traditional drafts for Shadows over Innistrad Remastered. So interesting thing about this set, so of course it is a remastered version of Shadows over Innistrad block, so Eldritch Moon, Shadows, etc. One of the cool things that they're doing, there's a bonus sheet on this set. So it has the a handful of cards from original Innistrad block. So those will be switching out week after week. So they switched over a couple days ago. We're now in the Fatal Flashback set of cards. So a handful of things with Flashback. You have Cackling Counterpart, Bump of the Night, Devil's Play, those kinds of effects. In particular, we also have Spider Spawning and Gnaw of the Bone, cards that care about having creatures in the graveyard. So whereas the first week had a lot of tribal synergies, each of the creature captains, so like Drogsoul Captain was put into this format. This one has a little bit of a different flavor. Certain other archetypes are accentuated. So it's a significantly different drafting experience. So we're going to hop in. This is 3 rounds, 4 rounds? I think 4. Best of 3. We're just going to see how we do and have a nice, easy time here. As always, this video is brought to you by QuietSpeculation.com. QuietSpec is a Magic the Gathering finance website, but they also cover a bunch of stuff as far as constructed metagames go and how to make the best bang for your Magic buck. Really recommend them. A great group of folks. And with that out of the way, we're just waiting for our last person to hop in. I am filming this on April 1st, so we're probably going to see Arena's little goof. So the default card sleeves have heavily played edgeware to them and a 1990s camcorder effect with like a kitchen table playmat sort of layout with a bunch of junk food hanging around. It was a little bit jarring at first, but it's a good joke. It's cute. Hope they keep the sleeves. And there's always that one person, right? There we go. Okay. So, immediate thoughts we have, of course, Mythic Dragon, 4 mana, 4/5. When a player casts an instant or sorcery spell targeting only Mirrorwing, copy that spell for each other creature they control that the spell could target. We're definitely gonna take the dragon, but just to look at the other cards in the pack. Courageous Outrider. So you look at your top 4 cards and you can pluck a human out of them. Card's very good. Shredded of Sanity. Really good in the spells deck. Basically, pick up an instant and a sorcery from your graveyard, then discard a card to trigger your madness effects like Alchemist Refuge. Card's also phenomenal, but not better than the dragon. I think if the dragon were not in the pack, first choice would probably be the Incendiary Flow. Take Inventory is also a nice card, but probably not a first pick card. Drag Under is probably the best blue common. Incendiary Flow is definitely the best. Oop, should probably click that on. Is definitely the best red common. Okay, and we're actually going to follow that up most likely with this Flameblade Angel. So when a source and opponent controls deals damage to you or a permanent you control, you can have this deal 1 damage to them. We also have Sever the Bloodline, which I think used to be a rare. It's been downgraded, but actually a few of the cards in this set have, including the Land Cycle from Shadows. I think it makes sense to take the Angel here. Passing up a Deny Existence and a Drag Under. I'm more upset about the Drag Under, and also the Greeting. Would very much like to pick up a few of those, along with a handful of Enablers. Humble the Brute. It's fine. It's a 5 mana removal spell that cantrips you pay 2 extra. I think Sever the Bloodline might actually be the strongest individual card here, and by a pretty significant margin, but We're going to keep our lane. And our top end is pretty locked in here. Okay, so a bunch of really good cards here. Stormkirk Occultist is another card that was dropped down in rarity. This used to be a rare. Now it's an uncommon. 3 mana, 3/2 with Trample. When it deals combat damage, exile the top card of your library. You can play it this turn, and it has Madness. I think I want to take the Galvanic Bombardment, though. By the time that you can get this online, it will be presumably turn 3, because your Madness Enablers are primarily going to be at 2 mana. Especially the ones that you don't have to pay mana into. So getting this to actually connect is going to be a little bit more of a challenge. Notably, we have Bound by Moonsilver, which is a really good removal spell, and it can enable Delirium. Pieces of the Puzzle is a phenomenal card in the blue-red spells deck, but this might wheel. Scob is also pretty great. But yeah, fairly confident that Bombardment is the right pick here. And this thing, when it deals damage to a creature, investigate, do other stuff. That's fine. What we have here, Skulk, beginning of your upkeep, discard the cards in your hand. If you do draw that many, you may discard. That's certainly interesting. I don't think that's where we want to be. Skulk is an evasive mechanic that they tried out during this block, but it didn't really pan out the way they wanted. Can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Unfortunately, as a 3/3, that doesn't stop it from being blocked by a handful of effects. I'm probably going to take the Greeting here. Notably, we have Agiss's Bidding, which is really good in the red-black deck. We also have that Gnaw the Bone that I mentioned before. Uncaged Fury was upgraded from a common to an uncommon. But if we're going a spells type of deck, we're not going to have a ton of creatures. It's really between the Bidding and the Greeting. Both would need a mana style deck, so I think keeping the color. Ooh, okay. So Fevered Visions. This tells me that blue-red might be open here. So at the beginning of each player's end step, the player draws a card. If the player is your opponent and has 4 or more cards in the hand, deals damage to them. So essentially, this supercharges both players. It is a Howling Mine effect, but it triggers at the end step, meaning that you get the effect first. I think I am going to take it over the Greeting and over the Highland Lake. We have Fogwalker, which is also pretty nice in this style deck. But I think that claiming my lane makes sense. And this tells me that I may see another piece of the puzzle wheel from one of those early packs. Okay, and we have a Rise from the Tides, ooh, and our Galp Bombardment. I don't trust that this is going to wheel, and I think that it's more important, but I really want that Bombardment, which we're not going to get back. Everything is telling me that this deck is open. I also saw a Thraben Inspector, which is the best white common, I think. Really good in the Humans deck, but for the last several sets, we have been very excited about like 3 mana, 2/1 creatures, and like Kaldheim had one, Streets of New Capenna, it warped the format. Thraben Inspector is basically that, but you can front load the costs. So you can break that 3 mana across 2 different turns, or all in the same turn. But I am a fan. All right, so I don't love the Gorgers. There are no blue cards or red cards really otherwise. I'm not playing the Magnifying Glass. Borrowed Grace, it's fine. Fiendbinder is good, but I don't think that that's where we want to be. Guardian of the Pilgrims, also not really where we want to be, but that's a serviceable 2-drop. Crow, Hollowed, Graph Rats. Probably not playing Graph Rats. Yeah, I don't think I'm playing any of these cards. I'm just going to cut the red card. I still haven't seen a discard outlet, which is slightly concerning. Okay. Spontaneous Mutation is exactly the kind of card we want. So it looks like red-black is open. I don't think that Increasing Ambition is particularly strong, but we have seen a handful of like red-black enablers, or rather red-black payoffs, but not the enablers. I'm not taking the Gorger. Yeah, mutation is very, very strong. So this is being, or rather, has been affectionately called like the blue swords to plowshares. Like you're very this wield and the take inventory wield. Now that's an interesting one. I think Shred of Sanity is probably more important. But man, that yeah, we have the greeting, we have bombardment. Hopefully we can pick up a bunch of take inventories. But I think that getting our first Shred of Sanity makes more sense. Okay, we have another Alchemist Greeting. The Arsonists are just like a fine, like beatdown creature, but they are werewolves. They took out a handful of the werewolf synergy cards when we switched over to the flashback style. Oh, I didn't even see the Drag Under. Ooh, we don't have discard outlets yet. I think I want the Drag Under. Ooh, Forbidden Alchemy. I forgot that this was in here. What was in this pack initially? Oh, Grimflayer. Interesting. And Bound by Moonsilver? Wow. Alright. So, like, Grimflayer is a very strong card, but I think that the Delirium deck is not at its strongest. Alright, so if we have a Forbidden Alchemy, I'm not playing Rush of Adrenaline. I'm definitely not playing Knell of the Bone. I'll take a Giss's Bidding. We might splash. It's highly unlikely we get the red-black Land Wheel. I may play the Mystic Retrieval. It's worse than the Shreds of Sanity, but... Okay, so not playing an Eldritch Evo. Lingering Souls is very strong, but we are not in white. I don't think that this card's all that special. Fleeting Memories. When you sacrifice a clue, target player mills 3, and ETB Investigate. I am pretty happy with a Drag Under. We have a Fury Blade Vampire, which is a discard outlet, but not one of the better ones. I think I can do better than that. I'm going to take this Drag Under. Ooh, Ishkana is so good. But we are not in a deck that can reasonably play it. I like Pour Over the Pages. I don't really have... Oh, can we combo here? That is a really cute combo. I do think that Cackling Counterpart's kind of weak and it might wheel. I'm okay with taking Pour here. Get a little card draw. Startled Awake. Target opponent mills 13 cards. And then flips into a creature. I don't think that this card is good enough what we want to do. I'm pretty okay with taking this Gallop Bombardment. Actually, I'm pretty thrilled to take this Gallop Bombardment. Notably, there's the Foreboding Ruins again. I do like the Drownyard Explorers, but I think getting my spells online is better. I have my win conditions here. I just need to get to the late game. Traditionally, the blue and red deck does not play a lot of creatures, and it normally wants to win with Rise. What's my spell count? I'm at 11 spells and 2 creatures. They cost 5 mana and 6 mana respectively. Another Rise. I'm in for that. There is a Silent Departure. There's a Tormenting Voice, which is a discard outlet. I will take the Rise here. And then I don't really have any interest in more high-end cards. Forbidden Alchemy is really good with Rise because it can bin a bunch of cards while also digging for it. It also works really well with the Galv Bombardment, as well as the Spontaneous Mutation. Mad Prophet is a discard outlet. We have our bounce spell. I think I want the Mad Prophet. I think this is... it is expensive. That's probably still fine though, right? Like, Departure will wheel. We found another one. I actually really like Geist of the Archives. So Scourge Wolf, another card that was downgraded from rare. It's going to be harder to cast. So we have 2 discard outlets right now for these greetings. We can take a Silent Departure. I'm just going to take the Geist. Another Pour of the Pages, a Fogwalker, and a Jace's Scrutiny. I don't want more top-end cards. I have too many as is. I'll take a Scrutiny. Fog a creature, investigate. That's perfectly serviceable. Now this is interesting. So another Forbidden Alchemy, another Spontaneous Mutation, and then here's a discard outlet in the Bloodseeker. I'm going to take the mutation. Deny Existence versus a Cultist. If we can pick up something like a Elder Deep Fiend, or I mean that's shooting for the moon. Even the common one that's just like a 3/4 flyer. I think that Cultist can be pretty good. I'm just gonna take the Deny Existence. Counterpart did wheel. Now the question is it worth it given our lack of actual creatures? I still think I take a 3rd Drag Under. We got the Land of Wheel. Alright, so Silent Departure versus Tormenting Voice. I think it might actually be the Voice. I think there's one more Silent Departure that might wheel. But between my Drag Unders, and frankly, I am not lacking for removal right now. Honestly, this deck looks pretty good. I just need like another discard outlet or 2. Well, how many do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 discard outlets, but they're kind of expensive. Could always just cast this for 5 and feel bad about it. Okay, so it did hit. Silent Departure versus Fogwalker. Yeah. Okay. Thermo Alchemist. Yes. Okay. Here's the card I was talking about before, Wretched Griff. There's no way I'm passing a Thermo Alchemist for this deck. No way in a million years. But this looks pretty nice. So I have 2 rises. I have 16 spells. I do need to cut a card from this right now, or before we go, but we have a full pack. So we might be able to make some upgrades here. Retrieval is probably that cut, especially given that we have the Shreds of Sanity. I would love a Galv Bombardment. I would love some sort of card draw spell, maybe the Scob with Prowess. This deck looks really good. If not a little top heavy, but... Okay, so we have that Scob that I mentioned a second ago. Conduit of Storms functions kind of similarly. Bloodmad Vampire, which has madness, but I'm not really trying to madness this kind of card out. Yeah, I think it's the Scob. I do have a lot of 3-drops here. Maybe I should be taking the Fogwalker. I can probably wheel a Fogwalker. Devil's Playground versus third Gallop Bombardment. God, this card is so good, but I don't know if I need it, especially with the rises. Oh, this feels wrong, but Gallop Bombardment's so good, especially your third Galvanic Bombardment. I don't think I need another 6-drop that puts a bunch of tokens into play, even though that card is really, really strong. It also mucks with combat math. So it makes 4 1/1 devils. When one of those devils dies, it pings any target. So you can double or triple up on a particular creature in combat. Then clear that out. Bruno's a really cool card, and I'm nowhere even remotely close to playing it. I don't know if I need a greeting. I do need 2-drops. This kind of fits the bill, and it's a free discard outlet, which is what we were looking for. So now that I have the Bloodseeker, I might get rid of the Mad Prophet. So Mercurial Geist, it's not like a great card. What does this do? Wharf Infiltrator. Does combat damage to a player. You can loot. You discard a creature card. Oh no, I'm taking the Wharf Infiltrator. Sheesh. So this is an early play. It filters my draws. Yeah. Alright, so as it stands, those are probably out. 2 more cuts. Another Thermal Alchemist. Jeez. This deck is so insane. Do I cut the Angel? Do I cut a mopey 6-mana 4/4? I might, and that feels crazy to me. Nothing here that I am like over the moon about. I'll take an Insolent Neonate. Probably not play it. This is best of 3. So we have a Daring Sleuth. Not really flipping this. So this is like kind of a mopey 2/1. Not playing an Invasive Surgery. Another Guess is bidding. Scarecrow might be worthwhile. Another Scob. And we got the Griff. I don't think I want any of these cards. Exile creature you control. Not really where I'm seeing myself. Maybe it's the Scob. Fogwalker Wield. Same with the Conduit. I think I take the Fogwalker and don't need it. Convolute, don't need it. Okay, another. think I'm less likely to want the Fogwalker. Another... Let's see here. And a Faithless Looting. Looting is another good discard outlet. Also works well with the Fever Dreams. Or sorry, Fever Visions. Alright, so I need to make 6 cuts here. I have 16 instants and sorceries, 10 creatures. I can trim on my creature count. I do think I probably want the Angel. Let's see, I have 0 4-drops actually. I have 3, 4, 5, 6 things that cost 5 or more. That is a lot. But I do have a pretty reliable way of getting to that point. I can probably cut the Geist. Alright, how many Natural Madness cards do I have? It's just the Greeting? Alright. I don't need the Bloodseekers. So now I have an Alchemist Greeting with a Tormenting Voice and a Pour Over the Pages. Probably not a 16 land deck, right? I could play the Looting. I think it might make more sense to start without the Looting and see if we end up in positions where we want it. Oh, sorry, I have 3 with the shreds. How many sorceries do I have? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Versus 3, 4, 5. That's pretty good. It's probably one of these 3-drops. It might be... Is it Scob? I think it's Scob or the Flameblade Angel. You know what? I'm going to cut the Angel. That might be very wrong, but we'll find out. It's on color, but it's not really... Stat-wise, it's on a rate that I'm super happy about. Oh, here's the thing I mentioned before. I really hate this TV static looking thing. I think it lasts a little too long. Oh, that's unplayable. Okay. I don't think that I can afford to go to 5. Alright, my opponent is on the same deck. Maybe not. But we're pretty good at keeping them from connecting. Alright, so they have a Scout. I don't love that. 11 cards in the red source. And I... I don't think I want a Fevered Visions. I'm doing this now. I want them to get the loot off. Or the rummage off. Alright, so I can shrink that by 3. They can pump by 2, maybe 3. Neonates. Discard a refuge. No. Jesus, what is that? I don't think that I'm supposed to play this Fevered Visions. Yeah, I'll just play a Scab. Scab. Because I am going to need to double block that Neonate. Unfortunately. Yep. You're doing a really good job of playing my deck better than my deck is playing my deck. Can only creatures flying. Pretty happy if that's their best play, just replaying the 2-1. There's no way they don't have a ton of removal in their deck. Sure. Honestly, do I hit the Haunter or do I hit the Gorgers? Because I can trade with the Scob. Yeah. Don't love that I found a deck that I really don't want to cast this Fevered Visions against them. Also, not only do I have more mana than I don't want to draw more lands, but I have a lot of things that are going to need red mana. Yep. Maybe I should have hit this. Sure. So they're gonna bounce their Griff. I'm gonna be able to deny existence at 2. I only have 3? Oh. Yeah, I did do that. Convolute. Okay. Ooh, they have Westfield Abbey too. That's good to know. Yeah, they're up 5 cards on me. I'm not getting out of this. I can pick up their Greeting or their Bounce spell. I'm pretty okay with that. Let's use it. It's actually really kind of awkward because I want to play the dragon this turn. So, no. Another one? All right. Pretty good. Can you burn me out from here? Opponent's on 11 mana. They could Devil's play me, but I'd be dead to that no matter what I do. Higher Hound? Sure. Discarding a Stitchwing? Sure. 9 cards left. This comes in tapped, right? Yeah. Don't think that there's anything that can kill me. No individual card that can kill me from 7 with that much mana. Oh, dear lord. Oh, they're going for the creatures. Phew. Well, that's good to know about. Fiery Tempers were bumped up to uncommon. Alright, so that's 8, 9. Don't actually kill them with this. I would love to... Oh, yeah, I am dead to Mr. Retrieval. Pick up the Fiery Temper. Yep. Maybe I should have played the Vision earlier. No way I could anticipate double Fiery Temper on both hits. Alright, so do I want like a Convolute? Maybe I want the Mystic Retrieval? Kind of shocking we didn't really see a lot of our interaction. We did get to see basically everything that they had, which is nice. All this is sort of industry standard. Angel does line up against their 3/4s. And given how that first match played out, maybe I want to Geist in the Archive. I think I do cut the Tormenting. As weird as that sounds. The goal was to use that to greater effect than my opponent, and I think that their deck takes advantage of it a little bit better than mine, unfortunately. This hand's a lot better. So I have Thermal Alchemist into Geist, and then Tormenting Voice to power through. I do have to hope that they don't have the when you connect investigate card. They are on a mulligan, obviously. Whew. Yeah, okay. I will take the turn off from the Geist. I think that getting the Alchemist down is better. Forbidden Alchemy is also probably the better option over Tormenting Voice here. You gotta sacrifice your neonate. Not neonating. Pyrehound. Sure. Activate you. Activate you. Shreds of Sanity versus a Spontaneous Mutation. Mutation's probably better. Encourage some interaction from the opponent. We didn't see any Gallop Bombardment from them, so it's possible they don't have it. You block a creature with greater power, so they can block with the neonate. And they would be able to block with the Pyrehound going forward? Yeah. I think this is still fine. I have a few ways to get them back. Actually, no, I don't. I just have another one in the deck. Yeah. Put you to 9. That's a good card to draw. Alright, so this trades the Infiltrator for the Neonate. I'm pretty okay with that. Discarding a Greeting. Hitting the Thermo Alchemist. Yeah, that's fine. Go to 8s, then go down 4. Pretty happy with that. Feels a little weird to do this, but does give lethal. Alright. Now, does this change anything? So, temper the greeting. We know that already. And they have 2 imprisoned in the moons. Fogwalker can keep the flyer tap down. I think this is fine to resubmit. One lander. Wrong lander, but we gotta keep it. Put back the mountain. I need to draw a blue source. We found the blue source. We found the dragon. Very nice. If our opponent wants to just kill off the alchemist here, I'm okay with that. I will bounce that creature though. I would love to time all and get an extra point damage out of the process. Perfect. At this point, I just want to hit land drops. A Gallop Bombardment would be incredible here. Not what I wanted, but that'll do still. Since I have a Spontaneous Mutation, I think I want to leave the island up either way. But let's see what I draw. They're going to loot away the other creature. Found the island. Alright. So I get my dragon out next turn. Fermenting Voice. Alchemist Greeting. Pretty okay with that. Doesn't kill the dragon either. What a great way to turn on the Rise from the Tides and give me an instant for my Shred of Sanity. That's crazy. Ah, so they had another one. A little unfortunate. I do think Bombardment's going to be a little bit better than... Now the question is Dragonder better than Poor? Yeah, probably. So, good chance they have the 3-4, but I'm going to save this Bombardment for the Mad Prophet if it comes down. Prophet does come down. Attacks are fine. Give them less information. Just what to discard. Well, they did have the Griff. Ooh, that's a good pickup. I do think I just want Geist now. Alright, deals X damage to target creature. X is 2 plus the number of cards. So, currently 3. Yeah. Four, 5, 6, 7 mana. Yeah. Spontaneous mutation versus Drag Hunter. So I'm gonna, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I can Bombardment plus Rise on my next turn. Oh, that's a lot of those. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I kind of like Silent Departure here. Sorry, just triple checking here. I have 2. Yeah, so this does 4. Put a casual 18 power into play. They can put me to 7? They're getting close to Ormondal territory too. Yeah, that's fine. Bedlam Reveler. We did not see that. We did not see that in any game so far. But they only have 2 blockers. Fjord, if I Silent Departure. Thermal Alchemist also puts them behind a little bit. So I can Thermo put them to 12. Sure. Alright, so this leaves them dead. A source opponent controls deals damage to you or a permanent you control. Yeah. So now even if they block my stuff, cool. 1 down. So admittedly, the angel did pretty good. Though they were dead even without the angel. But it was cool to play it. Okay, so we have a flavor for the deck now. Do I want the Archive or Geist of the Archive? Do I want another Forbidden Alchemy? Like, we didn't pick up a piece of the puzzle, so the alchemy actually does a pretty good impression. We ran into a couple situations where I didn't really... Like, I had Rise from Tides, but it wasn't worth casting at that current point. It wound up being cast for, like, 3-4 tokens. Faithless Looting is a similar type of effect. Also, I am 9-8. I think I want to be 9-8 this way. Greeting feels a little underwhelming. Mystic Retrieval is... Is this better than, like, Tormenting Voice? Or probably not. I could play it over the Scob. Or maybe over the Visions. I don't know. We'll see. This might not be right. I'm not that concerned. I feel like this deck's very good. So, debating one playable versus another... Actually, you know what? Just out of curiosity, let's check out 17 lands. Another one-lander. Okay, I have to keep this one. Yikes. So, this hand pretty much needs me to draw a red source. In which case, I think I want the Fevered Visions over the Tormenting Voice. Hello. Not what we wanted. That is, though. I think I'll play out the Scop here. You know what? I will attack in. Incentivize them to travel prep. Bound by Moonsilver. Yeah. Sure. Beautiful. Depending on what we draw here. I think I am probably going to kill off my Scob just by activating itself. Enters the battlefield another human. I'll counter that. This does let me potentially draw a Drag Under, bounce the Scob, and replay. They do get to theoretically move this over. Sure. So they lose a land to be able to do that. Yeah. Do I have a Galvin here? I do. So I can just kill that off. Beautiful. Very happy with that. I have 4 pages into enters battlefield or transforms. Gets +4/+4. Okay. And then when it flips, it fights, right? Yeah. Do this first. Activate you. Paying that. Because we get to buff the Scob. They're actually just dead. They even see either of the Rise from the Tides. Alright, nice. Yeah, this seems real good for me. They had 2 of the 3/3 trample buffa thing. That makes me kind of want to Jace of Scrutiny. They also had Travel Prep and Lone Rider. Alright, so in that case, I think I do want one of these. The question is if I want one of these. The Worth Infiltrator. So they're going to have small creatures, and Worth Infiltrator works really badly against the mutation. Okay. Guess we're not playing our rares today. But we don't need to, because our uncommons are nuts. Oh yeah. Let's make some land drops and kill some creatures. Wow! I'm screenshotting this. I have a dark in my doorway again. Even better. Right. So this card does nothing. I will actually save it. Set them back a turn. Good lord. Alright. Oh, they're gonna be so mad. That ain't even fair. Holding onto the mountain because I might discard to the poor. Doing it this way because I want to be able to play that untapped. Nice. Now I'm regretting not playing the land earlier, but that's fine. They're not winning this. Oh yeah, they're definitely not winning this. Okay. I don't think I need to deploy any additional threats. Before I forget, I'm going to take a screenshot of the deck list too. Alright, this is for the clean finish. Ooh. I can actually lead on a Foreboding Ruins. Probably discard the mountain. Ooh, now I have to show the mountain. But I think that's fine. Oh, oh, oh! No, opponent. I'm so sorry. Costs 3 to equip. What is the likelihood that they'll be able to play a 1-drop and equip in the same turn? Gotta assume that's pretty low. I also think they might be missing a color. Yeah. So, Pure Visions might not have been the best play. Okay. Let's make them funnel mana into the plate. They have it, they have it. They did not have it. Alright, that's a good game. Vessel ain't gonna do it for you. Alright, this is not gonna be a close one. Spell on yard, but Tormenting Voice would put an instant, or sorry, sorcery in there. And then shreds. Ooh. I actually think I called up the Deny Existence instead of playing shred. Because I can bring this back. That's going to be an absolute blowout. Cracking Vessel is a nice way for them to start their turn. They bin a travel prep, they pick up an Iron Slayer or a Spirit of the Hunt. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Alright, so green-white humans. So I'm going to want things that put, like, things that just kind of drain them as the game goes on. Maybe I want the Geist again, but they didn't really show me a lot of stuff with 3 power that I'm going to care about. They have the Ironclad Slayer, and I guess they have a fair amount of 3 power creatures. I think I like this over the Scob. I'm going to be playing a pretty defensive game overall, but I am pretty well set up for that. I just need to make it to the late game, and then Rise from the Tides will remove them from the equation. Alright, I'm going to need a blue source, but this hand is pretty well set up. Found my blue source. I think I hold off on Tormenting Voice until I can play the turn 4 with the Greeting. Get this down, found our Rise. My hand is card draw and removal. They're going to struggle against card draw plus removal. I don't think I want to take many chances with them getting value off this. So we're just going to bounce for now. I have 7. So we're going to need to discard. Kind of wild. Didn't land. Does make the mutation a little bit better. Power toughness, equal number of cards in your hand. Enters the battlefield, draw a card, and then flips into Vigilant Creature. Okay, fair enough. I definitely made a mistake there. Yeah. This feels so bad, but I still think it's right. They're just going to replay it. Oh, they're not. You get a wolf. You get a wolf. Everybody gets a wolf. Alright. Kill off that bugger. Probably about another one at some point. Nice. We're gonna untap some red sources. Yeah. I actually think it's the Geist, surprisingly. Outrider. Into a Skinner. Yeah, you'll get some tokens. I am still at 20. I do not care. Oh, I can kill off one of your tokens. Got 7 mana. I'll go ahead and bounce that. That's enough for this. And we did it! This deck was really good. Alright, that is a clean... I guess not technically clean because we won 6-1. But that's still fine. This deck was very good. Alright, and that's going to call it. If you are watching this on Quiet Spec or on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Again, Quiet Speculation is a Magic the Gathering finance website, but we do a bunch of cool stuff as far as like limited goes, as far as constructed metagame stuff goes. And if you're watching this live on Twitch, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm going to cut and run. Also, unfortunately, while it is April Fool's Day today, this is not a joke. This is actually going to be my last upload with Quiet Speculation, or last article with Quiet Speculation for the foreseeable future. I was really fortunate to start a new job as of this week, but it's going to be taking up a lot more of my my days and my energies. So once I get everything figured out there, we'll be able to reevaluate and see how much time I can devote to producing content on the side. But all good things are in the future. You can still keep up with me and everything I do on my personal competitive end. I just won an RCQ last week, so be sure to check out how I'm preparing for Dallas in the next couple weeks. Or rather the regional championship in Dallas. That should be the first weekend of June coming up. So thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for supporting my content over the last year and change with Quiet Spec. It's been an amazing journey. Take care, folks, and hope to see y'all soon.